Okay, here we go. From Mr. We've got, my goodness, actual chests, some replicas of some things, yes, and everywhere, scribble, scribble, hieroglyphic scribble, scribble. This is a mock-up of just one of the tombs that was found. And then other objects with lots more hieroglyphics. More birds than are on Bird Avenue, you see it. Appears to me. Middle Kingdom. Funerary. I'm not sure if this is a chest or a casket. Here's one of the funerary boats to take them to the other side. Okay. No shortage of sticks, I guess you could say. Here's a well-cured Egyptian kipper, for in case the dead wanted kippers. Yes. Here's somebody's favorite baboon. I have no idea who. And here's their master map of Misr of Egypt. I think there's somebody home in here, don't quote me. And there's definitely more funerary objects. They're definitely built for somebody in here. I ain't going to ask who, I'm afraid they might answer me. This one here seems to be vacant. Right? I'm not sure if this tablet refers to who was in there or not. Well, no, this is not a scene from The Godfather, right? But basically, beloved creatures, so beloved that they were often put in with the human dead. Here is what was lost and reassembled when the Aswan High Dam went up. Abu Simbel. Okay, it was situated in one place. Lake Nasser went out over it, so they disassembled it, reassembled it. The tomb of Ramses the Great, out past the waters of Lake Nasser. Here's someone resting in repose, and I don't know if this is taken from one of those sarcophagi, but yeah, as you can see, definitely this person is not looking their age, okay? Definitely not. And yeah, the Reaper strikes us all at any age. Sort of a reminder there. And part of the mummification process is that they would separately preserve the organs. Where? Here, in urns like this. And they're running a video. Here's a mock-up of a tomb as it was excavated. As you can see, relative to the insides, the outsides are quite modest on purpose, which is why so much was found, because so much managed. Here we are.
This translates to, "Praise be to the sun god Ra as he rises on the horizon east of heaven. Behold, behold, Khnumhotep." While Hollywood would have you believe differently, it's important to remember that these tombs were not places of curses and fear, but rather of respect and homage to the deceased, and doorways to eternity. With that in mind, don't be afraid. Let's go inside. We'll make our way down the hallway to the first room, the offering chamber.
This isn't it. There's nobody on this side, trust me. Okay. Hopefully we're looking at this, and hopefully it doesn't say abandon all hope, you enter here. Okay. So, here we go. Next chamber. which I guess you could say is chamber music.
Is intended for the family, loved ones, to come and honor the dead with prayers, donations of food. Sometimes, a college priest will be hired by the family to come and offer these donations. Insurance in case the deceased family passed on, lived far away, or if Egypt was gripped by plague, famine, war, and the family simply couldn't make it. The Egyptians believed that they would continue to provide for their ancestors. Even after death, they would protect you and your household from bad luck or illness. Notice the broken column in this room. This is what the actual column in Communitep's offering chamber looked like when it was discovered. These tombs were cut directly from the living rock, and over time, pressures, moisture, and the swelling of the rock itself may have caused it to break. We can only wonder. Notice also the blackened ceilings of the overhead, made by hundreds of torches of explorers and grave robbers over the years of either investigating or raiding these tombs. If you look to the right of the room's entrance, you'll see the false door, more appropriately called a spirit door, for the soul of the deceased to enter the room. At the base of this door is a basin for the offerings. Usually, foodstuffs they would be placed on the basin, and water would be poured over them to magically activate the spirit of the food. The soul, or ka, of the deceased would take the spirit of the food to the afterlife, and the ka priest would take home the physical food for his salary. On the opposite wall is another method of ensuring food for all eternity. Communitep is seated before a table laden with food, which would magically become real through the power of art, at least in the dimension of the afterlife. Remember, to the ancient Egyptians, a carving in stone made the contents of the carving real and everlasting. This picture of Imhotep and his feast would have to be blessed by a priest before it would take it back in the afterlife. However, it would then provide insurance if the family stopped coming to make offerings, or if the unscrupulous top priest simply took home the food he should have been bringing to the deceased. Have a look at the bottom of the table. The Babylonian, waiting for crumbs to fall, was likely a household pet, inscribed in his heart so that he too could join his master in the afterlife. Reminds you of the family dog begging for table scraps, doesn't it? While the offering chamber was open to visitors, the next room was not meant to be seen except during funerals, the burial chamber. Let's move on down the stairs.
Yes, a little something here that says somebody's down there. Let's go see. Let's not trip over the things as we sit. You do not want to. Last thing you want to do is join them. Aha. Here we go.
This burial chamber is a mix of several time periods, from the Middle Kingdom through the New Kingdom, and the Ptolemaic period as well. In the center of this room is the burial shaft. What's wrong with this picture? The sarcophagus doesn't belong there. It should be down inside the shaft, but it's been lifted from its place of rest and broken open by tomb robbers. The hole didn't need to be very big because the robbers would have indiscriminately broken apart the sarcophagus, the coffin, and the mummy inside and pulled out the pieces. They were hunting for the gold amulets wrapped with the mummy, and would even resort to selling the broken coffin pieces for the value of the wood. If you look above you, you'll see an image of the goddess Nut, the goddess of the sky, who took the appearance of the Milky Way. The Egyptians believed the stars to be her dress, she was said to give birth to the sun each day in one of the explanations of creation from ancient Egypt. Because of her creative aspect, she was considered a protector of the body in the tomb, just as she protected her husband, Geb, the earth, from the sky at night. Have a look at the gorgeous artwork all around you. Let's move over to the wall on the far right from the entrance. This wall shows scenes of daily life in ancient Egypt. It's also a map of Egypt as the Egyptians saw it. The bottom of the wall shows scenes of the river, while by the top of the wall, the scenes have progressed out to the desert. Have a closer look at the unfinished portion of artwork at the right-hand end of the wall. This art may be unfinished because these tombs took so long to cut out of the rock, and sometimes those the tombs were intended for passed on before they were complete. If we continue clockwise around the room, the next wall shows scenes of hunting, a favorite pastime of noble Egyptians. This scene dates from the New Kingdom. These scenes are also magical. Wild animals were seen as chaos incarnate, and by hunting them, people were creating order from the chaos. Notice that the ducks in the hunter's hand are perfectly symmetrical, while the wild ones are random. Also notice the cat in the center of the reeds. Believe it or not, he would retrieve the fallen waterfowl, just like hunters use dogs for the same purpose today. These cats also did a fine job of controlling rats and other vermin around Egyptian homes. The next wall shows the tomb owner facing the gods and goddesses associated with judgment. Again, we see a representation of a household pet just below and to the right of Khnumhotep. Though the art had faded or peeled away by the time the tomb was actually recorded, it does show again that these pets were highly valued, that the deceased wanted them with him in the afterlife. This final wall is the judgment scene. The scene shows the heart of the deceased, each placed on the scale of Ma'at, the goddess of order and justice. If the heart was heavier with guilt than her feather of truth, it would be fed to the demoness Ammut, the devourer, whom we see waiting for a chance at the base of the scale. Anubis, the protector of the cemetery, holds the hand of the deceased, while Thoth, the recorder of the gods, asks questions. Did you ever steal milk from babies? Asks Thoth. No, responds the deceased. Did you ever divert water from your neighbor's fields? Did you ever refuse the use of your boat to a common person? 42 such questions are asked, all of which must be answered no. If that is successfully done, and the heart does not weigh down with guilt, the deceased will be granted all of those things seen on the daily life wall. He or she will be judged an Ak, a justified spirit, and according to an ancient Egyptian funerary spell, will be young again, will live again, will be young again forever. Exiting the tomb up the stairs will bring us to the next gallery, filled with items used in daily life